when people say like underrated, I kind of have mixed feelings about it because it gets me in my head about me needing to do more or me being more invested in my craft or, you know, I just don't have the right politics surrounding me. But then also when people say that I'm underrated, it also makes me feel great because they're clearly appreciating me and understanding that I do this for healing purposes and that the music is just good. I've been so happy with the response with Grudges. I feel so lucky. Like I said, when I'm on tour, I feel like I get to see it more and I get to feel it more. The way that people react and when they're crying and when they're twerking. I always say this, almost every show, I'm like, I have 2 goals, to make you twerk and to make you cry. And that's all. We're going on an international tour next. We're gonna take it over to Europe, Australia, and Korea, and Japan. Philippines. I actually got told by 3 different people that I was bipolar before I actually accepted it. So the first time was with a therapist, but she was a white therapist. So I didn't trust her with half the stuff that I was telling her about. And then I got a black female therapist and she got to know me and I trusted her. And then a few sessions in, after she started to feel me kind of trusting her, she was like, what would you say if I told you that you were bipolar? And so with me trusting her and her presenting it to me like that, that's when I was like, okay, I'm bipolar. But the way that we talked about it and worked it out was she showed me basically a roadmap of how I can feel more healthy mentally and how I didn't have to struggle as much as I was. Why am I getting emotional right now? About how I didn't have to struggle as much as I was. So I'm really grateful for her and I'm doing so much better. Like, I feel like I found genuine healthy happiness. Oh, Deserve was definitely one of the hardest. I remember crying almost that whole session. If I wasn't crying, I was very numb. But it was also such a beautiful session because I was able to learn so many things about myself and how I needed to help myself heal from that situation because that was about me being raped a few years before. And it felt so good to have positive people in the room and women in the room because I felt so validated in my experience. There's still a lot of ways it affects me to this day, all the sexual trauma that I've been through. It's unfortunate to say, but like another reason why I say men are dogs is because most of my sexual experiences have been traumatic.